Hey guys, so I decided that I am going to pick up the camera today. Just kind of just show you like what my daily life looks like for me. Right now I'm just walking to my physiology class. It's all the way on the other side of campus, so that's always fun. But yeah, I'll show you just basically what today's going to look like. I have deadlifts tonight, so it's going to be good. Okay, so I just got out of physiology. What I'm going to do now is head to the chemistry lab to do some homework. And then I have a meeting with my TA to go over some stuff. I'm really struggling with chemistry right now, so I just spent a lot of time on it and it sucked. But you gotta do what you gotta do.
Initial, but that is not initial, right? Yeah, that under one is not the initial. It's only.
Okay, so I just spent about like a couple hours just studying and doing some work. I'm going to actually hop on a call with Quinn right now, and then I have class 3. So the grind continues. Okay, so I just had a pretty good meeting with Quinn, just talking about little things with the business. Right now, I'm just finishing up a little bit of homework and kind of like creating a to-do list because I'm like type personality where if I don't have my to-do list, I just get stressed out and I don't know where to go next. But yeah, I have to head to my chemistry lab right now for 3 hours. But like, I'll show you guys a little bit of that. It's kind of interesting. And then I have deadlifts after, and then more work. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys in the next clip. What's up, dude? Say hi to the vlog. This is Brigham. He's my lab partner. Ready for our chem lab?
No.
It sucks.
I'm glad.
So it'll make the bubbles
So her
like
arms aren't covered.
show up.
There's
In
no
your
lab
experiment,
coat.
we don't add any soap, so they don't look
Where's
like
your lab
bubbles. It just
etiquette,
makes
Susan?
gas, which you detect with your pressure sensor. So
Oh my gosh, it's elephant toothpaste. Wow.
that's like a pretty good reaction. And we call this elephant toothpaste
I told you.
for obvious reasons.
So smart.
And trials. Then after you do all your temperature, I'll email this out to you guys. That's why I want you to do temperature first, so that way I can make the email, send it out to you.
Yeah, so I'm looking very sciencey and whatever, but we literally just spent like the past like, what would you say, like half an hour, 45 minutes, just like running like a stupid computer simulation. But now we're actually gonna move into like the wet lab and work with the actual chemistry stuff and not a computer. So I'll show you guys a little bit of that if it's interesting at all. Okay, so now it's looking a little bit more chemistry like. Our sensor set up here, hot plate, chemistry stuff, chemistry boy, chemistry sensor, chemistry. So basically this lab is like measuring different things that affect reaction rate, like substrate concentration, temperatures, and then like enzymes like a catalyst. And so like we are literally like right here. This is literally like in
Which
this
one is the
bottle.
peroxide?
This is peroxide is going to be the clear one.
Left side.
Yeah, this is literally like cow enzymes, and this is hydrogen peroxide. This is like cow juice. Graham, how would you describe this experiment?
Long and tiring and boring.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we just finished our experiment. All we have to do is just do a lab report now, and print off like a little thing that we did online. And then right now we have to do like some process skill. I don't know what it is. I think it's like centrifuge and like decant. It's just extra work to make us do work. Yep, centrifuge and decant. So yeah, almost done, and then heading to the gym.
The last one.
Okay, so lab is done now. I'm just gonna grab my stuff, do my lab report, and then head to the gym. And I'll show you guys when I get there. I have some really awesome like goggles, really good marks. Okay, so I'm back from the gym, and I tried filming, but literally, I don't know what's up with the Wi-Fi, and like my phone was just messing up, so I couldn't really get much footage. So I'm probably just going to film my upper workout or my lower workout on like Saturday or tomorrow. I'll figure it out, but it might be like a voiceover or something. Whatever. Basically, the plan right now is I'm eating right now, and then I'm going to do some more work and studying because that's literally all I do. But yeah, check in with you guys later and probably do like a voiceover and actually have workout footage in the near future. What's up, guys? So today I just wanted to go over my new programming. Now, this is because I just changed a few things about my training and my split at the moment. So in the past, I had always run a push-pull legs program just because that's what I liked, what Quinn always programmed for me, and I quite frankly did enjoy it. But recently, I've gone on a new program, which is basically an upper-lower split. I'm hitting that 6 times a week. I kind of want to talk about how I periodize that. This is my upper body workout that I hit 6 times a week. 3 times a week, every other day. So basically, I'll bench every single one of my upper body workouts, and then I switch between 2 versions of accessory days, just basically to have some variation. Although me personally, I'm the type of person where I like things as consistent as possible. I like reducing variables, and so as I'm very OCD about things, I like expecting things a certain way. So I don't really necessarily need it, but I feel like it helps me recover from workout to workout. Right here, you're basically seeing me do a 5x3 with 275 pounds at an RPE of 8. It moved pretty well. In this clip, I wanted to include it because I'm applying chalk to my hands. I found that, especially on commercial gym bars that are just completely shit quality in terms of the knurling, which is the grip on the barbell, putting some chalk on your hands is going to increase the friction, which is going to increase force production, because your grip strength is very important with the neural firing on a pushing movement, and just really any press or any movement. Like, your grip's super important. There's a lot of nerve endings in your hand. But today, this moved pretty decently. It wasn't great just because I haven't slept well. I've been working a lot and I've been having a lot of family things going on, but that's just training. But 275 for a 5x3 isn't bad. And some days it's just about coming into the gym and doing what you can. That's better than nothing. A lot of people have this perfectionist mindset of, okay, if I'm not absolutely progressively overloading every single session and not adding, 5 pounds to the barbell or whatever, then I'm not progressing. Guys, if you were to add 5 pounds to the barbell every single session, we would all be benching 405 pounds. And that's just not how your body's, how your body works, how neural adaptations take place. It takes time, it takes consistency. So you kind of have to work with what the day gives you. And just don't beat yourself up, and realize progress is a long-term thing, and it's not determined by one workout. Then I moved on to incline dumbbell press. I like dumbbell pressing after my bench press, just because I feel like it's good to have 2 of the hands pressing the same amount of weight, since I do find that my right hand is a bit stronger than my left hand, which makes sense. I'm right-handed, but I would like that to be different, and have my left hand and left arms as close as possible. to my right hand strength. Right here, I'm just doing a 3 by 10 to 12. With my first set, I got 11 reps. Second set, I got 10, and then I got 10. So basically what I'll do is I'll track that, and then I will come back in. I'll try to get 11 reps on 2 sets. And it's those little small changes that lead to big results over time. I'm very type 2 muscle fiber dominant, so high reps are very difficult for me. Type 1 muscle fibers are going to be your slow twitch muscle fibers, which are going to be basically, you're going to have better endurance, etc. Be able to handle, you're be able to produce like a little bit more volume and handle more fatigue in that way. But with type 2, you're very good at, lower reps and whatever. So like doing this hypertrophy stuff is harder for me than, somebody with type 1. And, if somebody was to ask me, okay, how do I know which one I am? Just time and experience. So kind of know which ones you're better at. My buddy Matt can rip out reps, like crazy, but then his actual ability to 1 rep max is way less than mine, even though he reps just as much as me. But I'm just better at lower reps. Then I move on to some incline dumbbell flies. I switch between incline dumbbell flies and pec deck, just like cables. I like doing both. I think it's going to have the variation. And then I moved on to my back accessories, which is basically I did my lat pull down, 4 sets of 10 to 12 again. I like working with ranges for myself personally because I know that it's hard to add weight to these isolation movements. It's not as easy to overload with absolute loads as it is on a compound movement where there's multiple joints involved and multiple muscles being moved and whatever. So I choose like 3 chest exercises and 3 back exercises. 1 horizontal push like a bench press, 1 incline press or a shoulder press, and then I do some sort of fly for my chest work. And then I do 3 movements for my back. It's either going to be a pull-up or a lat pull-down, and then a hammer strength row like it's showing right here, or a dumbbell row. And then I do either cable pullovers or shrugs. I don't need to do a ton of volume for my traps just because I'm on my deadlift volume, and it's just naturally, ever since I was a kid, I just had bigger traps. So I don't have to do a ton of volume on that, and I like to allocate more of it to my back movement and just other muscle groups that I need to work on. So these are, I really love these cable pullovers. The real big key with these is keep your chest up and to think of squeezing your lats down and pulling your elbows and just using your hands as, ropes or hooks, not ropes, as hooks. And just really feel that the squeeze in your lat. These are kind of hard to get down at first, but once you do, it's totally changed the width of my back, and that's something I struggled with for a while. Then I'm moving on to some shoulder accessories. I just did 4 sets of, I think it was like 10 to 12 reps of lateral raises. On the very end, you'll see that I hold it for like 5 seconds or so, and that's like the best way, in my opinion, to overload on lateral raises, because it's really hard to actually add weight again to these single joint movements to like 5 pounds on your shoulders, like on your lateral deltoid, is a lot more. It's like probably equivalent to about 25 pounds being increased on your bench press. So I like using intensity techniques, and I'll talk about this more in a later video, but this is what I do right now. I move on to some triceps. 4 sets of 12 on tricep pushdowns. I like doing pushdown movements before my extension movements to hit the short head of my tricep and the medial head, and then this is for the long head, which is actually the biggest determinant of arm size. And so I like doing this one arm. Again, I like unilateral things, and if I can incorporate it, I feel like it's extremely valuable in my programming and in clients' programming. I always try to have some sort of unilateral movement. You can see here, again, so I'm talking about, my left arm is a little bit weaker than my right arm. I have to kind of help up on like the last 2 reps, whereas like my right arm, I have absolutely no issues getting up the 12 reps with 35 pounds. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it a lot. And then from there, I did some bicep work. I'm actually training biceps 6 times a week, but it's only 3 sets because biceps can be used a lot more than your triceps, especially just because they're predominantly slow twitch muscle fiber. like your calves and your forearms, etc. So you can train them basically every day as long as you're accounting for volume. And since I'm only doing 3 sets a day, I can recover well enough to be intense on my other days I am training. It doesn't work for everybody, but it's something that I'm experimenting with, and I'm kind of liking it right now, just because I feel like I can have more intensity. And that's one thing I'm really liking about the upper lower or for push-pull legs, that with push-pull legs, I just had this laundry list of exercises I had to do for my, each muscle group to actually get the sufficient volume. I would take like 2 hours just on chest and triceps and shoulders, and that's not going to be as quality volume as it possibly could be. There's a even if you are doing 20 sets a week, how you distribute that volume is going to matter a lot in the long run. So find what works for you, play around with different splits, and see which ones you enjoy and you can adhere to. You to get the most gains. And then I just did a little bit of ab work after. I still do train abs, just more for performance reasons than for hypertrophy reasons right now, just because I don't feel like there's going to be a significant increase with the width of my abs or thickness. But yeah, that's basically just a little bit about my programming, just this voiceover of what I'm doing right now. I'll talk, if you guys want to know like a little more in depth of like my split and whatever my whole thought process is behind my programming and periodization and intensity, make sure to leave a comment below. But yeah, thanks for watching the video, and make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.